mental health therapist here at Harriet Bishop. I am coming to you today to talk about some different coping tools that you can use when thinking about the brain. This presentation and information is based on the whole brain child to give you some ideas of things that can help you in working with kids and coping with trauma and stress. So the goal of this presentation, and I'll be doing a couple different video vignettes to break it up into small parts, but overall with these presentations the goal is to gain an understanding of how the brain processes thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, to get an idea of what is cross-lateral integration and how does that work for the brain, how the brain processes trauma when responding to stressful situations. And also we're going to be reviewing some different coping tools that help you engage that cross-lateral integration, so for you to practice at home for yourself and to see what you think might be helpful in the classroom. So the first topic that I want to talk about is survive and thrive. With the pandemic, we've all been in our survival mode. Our survival mode is, those our go-to methods of how we react to behaviors. When we think of our own children or our students in our classroom, when we're in that survive mode, it's noticing how do we react when we're feeling, overwhelmed, when we're getting a lot of demands at the same time. Ultimately, we want our children to thrive. So, referring back to the whole brain child, this book really talks about how do you identify those moments of thriving and helping kids noticing when you're in survival mode, and then talking about and returning to those moments with kids and helping them learn, all right, we can thrive. What can we do? How can we connect with our body? How can we connect with our mind? And this is going to help us thrive and achieve those goals of being well-regulated humans that can contribute back to society. When we're experiencing stress, what Dr. Dan Siegel talks about is that we have our river of well-being, and that river of well-being is when we are feeling balanced and calm and we're floating down the middle of the river. When you think about our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, they're often in reaction to some kind of event, fact, interaction. And when you look at the river, it's helping you understand those events, those facts, they don't change. But as you flow down that river of well-being, the way we perceive those events or facts change. However, on each bank, you have chaos and you have rigidity. And our boat naturally can go off course, either going towards that need for rigidity, structure, controlling things around us, or it could go towards that bank of chaos, trying to where everything is outside of your control and feels extremely overwhelming. And you could also easily be experiencing that you're in the bank of chaos and then overly going to the bank of rigidity and then whiplashing back to chaos. So when we think about connecting to our whole brain and really thriving, helping us survive those survival moments and connect with ourselves for thriving, is helping ourselves return to balance, return to that internal calm, that internal regulation, and sense of peace. So what we are going to do now is we are going to do some integrative deep breathing. When we use positive messages and connect it with breathing and movement, it helps connect our left and right hemispheres. In the next session, we'll go over more about the left and right brain, but today what we're going to do is we're going to do some coping tools that you can use or practice with your kids to help them get some of that deep breathing in and movement that help them find their own internal calm and regulation. So again, connecting positive thinking, movement, and breathing. So our first integrative deep breathing exercise is we are going to do the superhero breath. The second and the superhero breath is we're picking up our stress and we're letting it go. Our second one is be a king or queen, and that's releasing our anxiety and bringing kindness into your head, heart, and mind using the sound ah. The next one is the snake breath, which is turning grief and loss into hope. And then we have our birthday candle breath, which is when we're experiencing trauma or stress and turning that into strength. So I'm going to show you these different breaths so you can go and practice them. And then in the next session, we will talk about connecting the left and right brains. So to show you those breaths, the first breath that we are going to do is the superhero breath. So what we do is, I'm going to move back here. So what you can do is gather up anything that's feeling really stressful and bring it up and go and let it go. So you could do that 2 or 3 times, and what that does is that connects with your core and it helps you integrate your left and right brain. So we'll do that one more time. So take a deep breath in, gather up anything you want to let go of, bring it up and go. Often with kids I'll say we're superheroes and we're flying over somewhere amazing. The second breath that we're going to do is treat yourself like a king or queen. So we are going to make a crown, and we are going to bring love and kindness into our mind. So we're breathe in, reaching up, and as we breathe out, go and bring love and kindness to your mind. Bring your crown up, and bring it to your heart. Bringing love and kindness to your heart, and breathe in. Reaching up, bringing love and kindness to your belly. The next breath that we're going to do is the snake breath. This is turning grief and loss into hope. So with the snake breath, we start with our hands at our hips and we breathe in. Leaning back gently, letting your heart open, and as you breathe out, you make the S sound, making a circle like a barrel around the world. Letting the energy pass between your hands. Then we go shoulder height, breathing in, letting your arms come back, and then we go above the head, opening the heart. And then we breathe out, letting your fingers come to the backs of your arms, coming around to your heart. And final breath is the birthday breath. With the birthday breath, this is when we are experiencing trauma or stress and turning that into strength. So we have our 5 fingers. Each finger is a birthday candle. So looking down, we breathe in. 1. Looking down, breathing in. 2. Looking down, breathing in. 3. Looking down, breathing in. 4. Looking down, breathing in. 5. And here you could ask the child, what's your birthday wish? What do you wish for today? What are your hopes for today? So I hope you liked this brief whole brain child. Next time I'm looking forward to teaching you a little bit more about how we can do more activities for integrating our brain and feeling and helping our kids integrate their brains as well to feel calm and regulated. Thank you everyone for your time, and I hope you found this useful.